talking about brow lamination. Both Ashley and I just got our brows laminated. This is when it's nice, when it says in the spa.
Oh my God. Seriously, this is the best part. I just got mine done yesterday, y'all, because
fresh.
Lindsay got hers done and you looked phenomenal.
A few weeks ago.
Yes. I was a little hesitant because
Wait a minute. You said looked. There's no past tense needed there.
You still look pretty. You still look pretty.
They're holding up.
They are. They
Holding
are.
up good.
Really good. Anyway, so Lindsay got hers done and it made all the difference in your face.
Go to my Instagram and I did a reel on the whole process so you can see like what it looks like before, after, and during the process. And then Ashley, you took video too, so we'll have to do some more content with you. And so it'll also show the difference between my brows are a little bit thicker and yours a little bit thinner, so you can see the difference.
Yes.
So brow lamination is kind of hot right now, I think. Do you think it's hot? Have you heard a lot about it?
Well, here's the thing. I didn't know what it was called, but I've noticed the brow trend. Like I know that it looked differently because it's like all straight up and full and stuff. So, but I didn't know what it was called.
They also call it brow sculpt or brow lift. Did you know that too?
I knew the brow lift.
Brow lift.
But I thought that was a surgical procedure.
They're just kind of calling this as well, like brow sculpt, brow lift, so brow lamination. So interestingly enough, the brow lamination, it originated on the beauty market in around 2019, but it got super hot and trendy in 2020. So I just had to see like who was the pioneer of brow lamination. I want to know, where did it come from?
Yeah.
And so it came from Europe, as far as I know. Now, who knows where, I did a little bit of research and it looks like what I could find, one of the original founders was Lee Blakewell. I hope I'm pronouncing her name right. And she was the owner of a London brow company. So essentially I don't know if you know this or not, Sis, but what a brow lamination is, it's really like it's just a lash lift on your brows. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah. Because, as a spa owner, we have to order the supplies. We have to figure it out. We have to research it. And we're like, this is just like a lash lift. I mean, obviously the steps are, you have to watch your time and everything. And I'm going to go over all the steps and stuff and what to expect. But I thought it was really interesting that it's essentially the same thing. So if you've ever gotten a lash lift or a lash lift intent, my point is you could feel very comfortable. This is pretty much the same process. And we're going to go over that right now. Now, what is it? I just wanted to kind of give you a short version. Do you know what it is? Like
I mean, I just had it done, so I kind of do.
Oh, okay. Well, what would you say is like, you knew it was like a perm for your brows?
Okay, before I went in there.
What did you think it was before you went in there?
Well, you told me.
Oh, well.
So I knew it was a perm.
Okay.
I knew it was a perm for my brows. But the thing about it is that because you told me that, I was not nervous. I was completely relaxed.
You saw mine too.
Yeah, I saw yours. I've also had a lash lift done. So I was like, oh, this is so easy peasy. And when I went in, I was like, okay, I'm getting the works. I was like, tint. Yes, thank you, please. Wax. Yes, thank you, please. Brow lamination. Yes, thank you, please.
Trim. Everything.
Trim everything. And it looks like I got microblading. It looks phenomenal.
Well, it's really cool that there's now an alternative service or treatment that you can do if you're not ready for that microblading commitment or don't want to deal with needles. I personally am still not ready for microblading yet. So I like how this is an alternative for that. I'm still nervous about microblading.
I can't. I'm scared. I can't.
I'm
scared.
in the industry.
Yeah.
You would think, as much as, because I'm an esthetician, you would think that I would be like gung ho about trying, the latest everything, right? But I'm actually really timid. Like I'm
conservative.
I'm conservative. I really am. So I felt good about this. And
I like this one too. I feel like it gives me the same results without going through the big process.
Because I'm thinking, oh my gosh, what if I didn't like the microblading? Mm-hmm. At least this will die down in a few weeks.
That's why when you told me you're like, it'll last between 4 to 6 weeks, I was like, okay, fine. If I don't like it, who cares?
I look like Ernie or Bert. Which one?
Bert and Ernie.
Which one had? Did they both have brows?
They both had the brows. Well, we look like Muppets. We'll just wear a hat.
Or
I'll just go out in public and say, Oh, I'm Lindsay. Nice to meet you.
Like she didn't have those brows. Well, just to kind of simplify it for you, a brow lamination is just a perm for the brows. And what they do is they use a perm solution. It straightens, it lifts the brows hairs. And the reason why they call it laminated is because the hairs, they look like they're just in like a uniform position. So what it does, if you've seen somebody with brow lamination brows, it just creates this like brushed up, fuller, fluffier, and even like that feathery looking brows. It adds volume. I definitely think it gives you like a more defined arch. It just overall makes the brow area appear like larger, fuller. And when your brows are done, you have a more youthful look.
Yep. Big anti-aging.
Big anti-aging.
Big anti-aging secret right there.
Lashes and your brows, when you have more hair around your brow, your eye area.
Right.
It really does give you, we don't want too much hair on the face, but the brows and the lashes, when those are full, those are definitely signs of a youthful appearance. So that's what I think. Now, do you remember soap brows? Those were popular a couple years ago. I don't know if they're still going on, but this reminds me of soap brows, like that bushy.
You mean soap opera?
No, soap brows.
Oh.
It's just they use that soap wax and they pull up the brows.
I always think of a soap opera because back in
about
my
brows,
days,
Ashley?
well, back in my days, the soap opera ladies had like the big brows.
Oh, I think they just didn't wax.
Days of Our Lives.
But you know what? You're kind of right.
On Days of Our Lives, she had some big brows.
She sure did. And look, now we're wanting them.
I know.
There was a phase where we wanted them. Then we're like, oh my gosh.
Pluck them.
Thin those out. We wanted like Pamela Anderson.
Yes.
And now we're like, what's that Pope? What's
Brooke
that?
Shields?
Brooke Shields. Yeah. Now we're wanting that. So anyway, that trend, I remember that trend popped up a few years ago. And so I feel like this is similar to that, but it's a more semi-permanent to where soap brows you have to do every day. This one, you're done. You brush them in the morning with your spoolie and you're ready to go. It's great treatment if you have unruly brow hairs. I definitely do. Like before this, I was constantly brushing them in place. I'm like, brow gel to the max.
Yes.
Get them standing up straight. So let's walk through the process just so you know what to expect. And before I go into that, did you feel like comfortable in the process? Did anything burn or?
That's such a great question. It felt like I was getting just a self-care treatment. I was completely relaxed on the spa bed, no burning, nothing hurt.
No itching.
No itching. It was very relaxing. And I'm a squeamish person.
Yeah.
I'm very squeamish. I'm very just like, oh, what are you going to do? None of that. Yeah. It was wonderful. And I can't wait to get it done again.
Oh, so you're already decided.
This is my favorite thing I've done. My favorite thing.
Wow.
I love it that much.
I was thinking, I really like this, and I think I'm going to keep this up. That's what I thought. So
Me too.
I really think I'm going to do it. Okay, so when you go into the salon or spa, esthetician is first, she's going to, remove all your brow makeup and remove your oils. I do recommend to come to your appointment, just go ahead and come with clean skin. Did you come with clean skin and just come with no makeup on, just makeup free everywhere? So
I have to say, I always wear SPF. So I had a tinted moisturizer on with SPF.
And then she just removed it.
She just removed it.
Okay. But you wouldn't want to come with.
I did not come with eyeliner. I didn't come with brow tint. I didn't come with mascara,
brow
eyeshadow.
Powder, nothing like that.
Nothing.
Okay. That's good. Because then it's just easier.
Oh, yeah.
On the artist. Now, after everything is removed and you're clean everywhere, the second portion is a barrier is going to be applied around your brows because you want to protect the skin, So this could be, it's usually like a balm, it's Aquaphor, Vaseline. So it's put around that area because, you're about to put a chemical on it. That's what
I will say I did keep my eyes closed the entire time.
Yeah, you don't want anything splashing around.
I always keep my eyes.
Yeah.
Now, I talk the whole time to the esthetician. You're welcome. But I keep my eyes closed.
They're really good about that. Like they can hold a conversation. I'm the opposite. Like if I was doing this, I'm such a focused person. I'd be like, ma'am, I'm sorry. Don't talk to me.
Yes, but I provide such interesting and stimulating conversation.
We can have this conversation on the break.
They love talking to me.
Yeah. It's not that I don't like talking to you, but sometimes actually you'll find if you're in a facial with me and I'm trying to figure something out, I have to think, and I can't just hold this conversation right now. I'm like, I'll usually say, all right, just one moment.
Well, I was strategic about my conversation. I'm not going to lie. At the beginning, when I knew that she was putting on the solution, no, ma'am, I was quiet.
I was about to say, see, there's that moment she needs to concentrate.
No, but when it went ding and she was rubbing it off and now she's like, oh, you want to wax? I was like, oh, yes, I do. Now, how you doing?
Okay,
What'd you do for the summer?
That's different. That's all okay. That's cool.
No, I was quiet at the beginning.
Okay, you can do that, but you want to get that time
Ashley,
in
sit down
just
here.
right.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
And now I'm quiet.
All right, so the fun part happens after they put the balm on. Your brows are shaped, and they take a while to shape them because they really want to brush them to where you want them. You're going to set the look is what it's called. And then they're going to apply a glue over that set look. Now, this is really important, and I shall have to ask you this. You want to make sure that you're not shy about telling your esthetician if you like the look or not, because she's got to set it. So what I mean by this, some people prefer the eyebrows like standing super straight up in all the areas from like, you know, the beginning of the brow all the way to the end. Other people like for the arch it to be a little bit more swooped. Some people like it swooped all the way. I like it standing up straight at the very beginning of my brow, like closest to my nose. And then I like for it to swoop a little bit more on the side.
Moi aussi. That means me too in Francais.
Okay. I know what Francais is. Yeah. Hello. Our business is called Le Prébuté.
Moi aussi.
Le Prébuté.
Ooh la la.
Which, by the way, means beauty and strong warrior in French. Well, anyway, I like it swooped on the side. Otherwise, I look like a lion. And I mean, I looked crazy. I said, oh, little more swoop. And then it tamed it down. I was like, oh, this looks good. But overall, it's going to take out that curl out of those brows so they lay flat. Now, I will say this. After I had it done, it did take me a minute to get used to it because they were, so bold. And I really liked them, I think, better for me the second day.
I think that's because you have really thick brows. I don't. I have thinner brows. So for me, immediately I loved them because it gave me a face.
Yeah, it gave you
Yeah.
A face.
A face. It gave me a face.
It gave you, I was trying to think of something else, like sculpted.
It gave
volume.
It gave me volume. It
gave you a frame.
It did. It looked immediately awesome. I was like, I actually kind of scared the technician a little bit because esthetician, sorry. She held up the mirror and I go, oh, isn't it just wonderful when you find something you're good at? You're really good at this. She gave me some big eyes, like, because I was so excited.
And that's awesome. We like to know that you love the you got too. Okay, so you've gotten through that part. Now the perming solution is applied. Just so you know how this works, the solution breaks down the protein chain in your brow hairs and makes them super sculptable. So the lamination solution itself, it raises the pH of your hair and skin. But listen, the solution does not need to be left on long at all. I mean, not long at all. And the time left on will absolutely depend on the thickness of your brow. So mine would have definitely been on just a little bit longer than yours, Ashley. Mm-hmm. But you've got to be really careful with this because even if you have it on even less than a minute longer, it can make them over process. So this is one of the things that can happen. And, you do just take that chance. But then if it's over processed, then it can, they can be brittle and have that fried look. And we do not want that to happen.
Oh,
no. So your esthetician during this process, she may apply a plastic wrap over the brows. What that does, it helps them keep their shape while the solution is working for that. So anyway, yours probably wasn't on there too long.
No, mine wasn't on there very long.
No. Now, after the solution has been set, then it's going to be removed very easily with cotton rounds. And then what's going to happen next is they're going to apply a neutralizer. That's a really important step because what a neutralizer does, it stops the brows from processing. Reminds me of being in the treatment room when I do a peel and I need to apply, a neutralizer. We're stopping that peel from processing. So it's usually left on for the same amount of time as your processor. So then that way you can just know expectations. And also know this is a quick, the actual application of the solution and the neutralizer is a pretty quick process. What takes the longest part is putting them into that shape, putting them into that form and getting everything right. Well, and that's it. Like your esthetician may decide to put like a castor oil or like a nourishing serum over that just to keep them hydrated. Or like you mentioned before, and I did this too, this would be the time if you really want to take it to that next level. This is where you're going to get them tinted, which I like it. It gives you that like super dramatic look. It looks really I don't know, it looks amazing.
It was great this morning because right now it's summertime. And so I get up early and I take the kids to camp, and it saved me so much time because I just woke up and left.
Yeah, you don't have to put on your powder or brush your brows or do anything.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. I really don't do that anyways. But
oh gosh.
No, I'm like this. I can't, y'all. I'm like this. This is what you get. Good morning. They're teenagers. They're not looking at me. I'm like this. Bye. Have a great day.
See ya. Well, after this step, you get them tinted, and then you and I both got our brows trimmed, which I think it looks neater when they're trimmed. They're not.
Oh, me too.
Otherwise, especially with mine, they're so full. They could go, woo. That's where you get that lion look. So have them trimmed to where they look super neat. And then if you want to get them waxed for that, just like overall, like full brow moment, which I say go for that full brow moment.
And I feel like the way the brows look, they don't look fake. You know how some of them can look like perfectly penciled and fake? These look natural, but yet sculpted. I can't explain it, but it's just the best smile. It looks like I'm just naturally youthful, like with my brows. And it's really cool.
Like they're naturally just in place.
Yes.
Now the process, how long did it take you, do you think?
It went by so quickly. I just didn't feel like I was in there that long.
From start to finish with all this, with everything though, how long did it take you?
I feel like for me, it felt like it was going by really fast because I really enjoyed it. So I felt like I was like 15 minutes.
Oh, it was.
Was it not?
Oh, no. Like that. Because I also made your appointment. So it's usually about 45 minutes to an hour.
Really?
Yours was an hour.
Oh,
but also,
wow.
you also had.
So relaxed.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
You had the full brow experience. So that included the wax and the
And
tin
I enjoyed it.
everything.
And by the way, the waxing, I mean, everything went. Although I'm used to getting my eyebrows waxed. So I would wax all day versus tweeze. No, thank you.
Well, some people are sensitive. They have to tweeze. Now, good news is this is going to last for about 4 to 6 weeks. Some people even make it last to 8 weeks. So you won't have to do this. You and I will probably be 6 to 8 weekers. I just have a feeling.
Okay.
I don't know. I wonder if that has to do with age. Because the hair cycles and everything are a little bit slower on us.
So speaking of that, I love putting on brow serums to help, or brow growth serums to help my brows grow. Can I put that on?
Yeah. In fact, I recommend it because it's like the nourishing serum that you're putting on. Your brows are just keeping them super hydrated. You don't want them to feel brittle.
Okay, I'm going to do that tonight.
Yeah, because you can, because you just had it done, and the thing about it is you want to definitely wait 24 hours to get them wet or anything like that after your brow lamination. So yeah, you can totally do it tonight. Now, what do you not want to do prior to your lamination? You want to avoid any retinols, harsh exfoliants, or acid a few days prior to your service. You don't want to have that area around your brows or on your skin, because you're putting that chemical on it. Yeah. You don't want anything.
You don't want to be wax on, wax off, Ralph Macchio, wax on, wax off. And then you're like, oh my God.
Brow on, brow off.
Yeah, brow on, brow off.
We don't want to do that. Yeah. And so you can.
That's our disclaimer. Right there, ladies.
That's right. I would avoid threading, tweezing, or waxing a week prior as well. Now, you can do those things the same time at your treatment, but I would just recommend them during that treatment, but not a few days prior. If you do have severe acne or you're highly sensitive, I don't know about the severe acne. A lot of people don't have it right around their brows that much, but it also depends on what kind of medication you're on as well. You're going to definitely want a patch test 24 hours ahead of time for those two situations. Most people are fine. Most people don't need a patch test, but if you're highly sensitive,
usually if you're one of those people, oh wow, I'm a patch test person.
You know what?
Right?
You do know. You're like, oh my gosh, I'm so reactive.
Yes.
I'm so reactive.
Yeah.
Or I'm on all this medication. Yep. I really need to see.
That's right.
And also, if you're able to get the lash lift too and it doesn't bother you. So it just depends. Now, this is awesome news. Who is it really good for? Everybody. Really is good for everybody.
You are so funny. I was like this. Who?
Just this one type of person. No, everybody. It's ideal for those with thin brows, like you, sis. And then others like me who just want to achieve a full voluminous look.
Oh my gosh.
On their already big brow.
Yeah, I hear ya. Mm-hmm.
Now, we will give some tips on just to have the overall brow look, because there's not really any maintenance, but we'll put in the newsletter and also in our Shop My Shelf and in our community, like our favorite products. So we'll add our favorite brow and lash serum. We'll add our favorite mascaras, anything around the eyes. Head to lindseyholder.com and it's going to be in our shop. Join our community. We're going to answer all your brow lamination questions inside there. We're so excited, but that's pretty much it. Mine are doing great right now. And Ashley, yours looks great.
Like we said at the beginning, we look good.
I do want to just real quick before you go, I did want to go over a couple of things. Oh, okay. First of all, here's a couple questions. I don't know. Should I keep these in the community? This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put in the community the rest of this. So this is what I'm going to tell you. In our community, go to lindseyholder.com. You'll join our free anti-aging community. I'm going to add these things there. I'm going to put the things that can happen when your brow lamination goes wrong. I'm going to put all those things that can happen and what to do to get out of them. I'm going to do that. Yes, I am. And I'm going to answer questions like, can you even use a brow gel the next day? Like, can you do that? Or are they stuck in that same, situation? I'm going to put all that in the community because I want to see you in there. I really do.
Me too.
Come on over. Join now. Then we can also connect and get to know you, and you can just learn a little bit more. Let's go deeper to that brow lamination.
And it's also a place where we get people asking us questions and commenting on all different platforms. So we're trying to get it in one space.
Right.
That way we're all together.
So I'm going to answer those questions. I'm also going to put favorite brow serum, lash serum, spoolie, favorite tweezers, mascaras, brow primer. I have this amazing inner corner pencil for the eyes that just brightens your eyes.
And I also have...
What you got, Ashley?
I also have...
One up me.
Well... I have super ridiculous sensitive eyes, so bad that I couldn't wear mascara for 10 years. And
but why? Tell them why.
I had LASIK surgery and it just, I don't know what it did, but it made my eyes so sensitive. So I finally found an organic mascara and I've tried two. Okay. And I finally found the one that works. And so I'm really excited to share that one.
Yeah, you have been on the hunt for a long time.
I mean, just trying one after another another. And I'm like, dang.
This finally
I found one where I'm like, oh my God, it doesn't burn my eyes.
Yeah,
this is amazing.
Awesome. Is it a fiber one? Like, when you pull out the fiber, or do you have to use the eye makeup remover to take it off?
Take it off? Eye makeup remover.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Because the fibers I have one that I really like, this one that has fibers, and I have a non-fiber one.
Are you trying to up one me now?
Of course not.
An esthetician
is always like, we'll take the back seat.
I know. Yeah. You're totally a backseat driver.
Let me tell you about estheticians. I'm, of course, only speaking about myself. We're the vainest people on the planet. So listen to us.
Oh my gosh.
We will figure it out for you because we want to look good.
Seriously, my kids at night, they're like this. They're like, I want to give you a good night kiss. I go, I just microbladed. No, or microneedle. No, I've got all my serums. And my son's like this. I hate it when you microneedle.
Isn't that crazy? He's saying that at age like 10.
He
knows all this stuff.
He's like,
Mom, are you doing your Soluma?
Oh yeah, that's what Penelope.
She's
like, you, I can't. Mommy's doing her red light therapy. Like when she has a friend over, we can't disturb her.
That's awesome. Thanks for joining us today, everybody. And we'll see you next Tuesday. And we'll see you in our community. Head to lindseyholder.com. And until next time.